Hello guys, NautoAce here, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on, well, of course, it just happened August the 8th, the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Nintendo Direct. So basically, people were thinking, hey, EVO 2018, should be an announcement, maybe Springman gonna be revealed. But then basically the announcement there was, Wednesday, August the 8th, Nintendo Direct. So I watched it. 25 minutes of a lot of information, and the first thing I have to say is, oh my goodness, Dennis Christ, Sakurai, boy, you need to go to sleep. You don't look well. I know he did mention that if you watch him, his eyes is red. Yes, his eyes is red. Oh my God, again, Sakurai, you gotta go to sleep. Take a break, man. You look like you're gonna die. Oh my God, this guy is a workaholic. Like, he's passionate when he does his work. He does more than he needs to. And this is why I'm saying that sending him vile messages is just not right. It's not right. I mean, for crying out, the Smash Direct, he listened to all his fans. He literally is listening to most of their fans. I know, granted, still Waluigi. But Dennis Christ, man, look at his eyes, dude. The guy like he's about to fall apart or something, dude. Boy, Sakurai, you gotta go to sleep. You gotta go to sleep, dude. Take a break, man. Chill. You don't have to always do this direct, man, because man, that direct, you look like you're just gonna pass out, and that's not cool. So with that, it's time for me to give my thoughts of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate August Direct. So of course, this is like sort of their EVO announcement. Let's just say that, rather than basically putting like what the character's going to be on Smash, they say, hey, there's a Nintendo Direct, go check it out. So at first, I was going to guess that I know they're gonna have new fighters because that's always been the thing, and I was gonna guess like, it would be Springman because a lot of rumor was that Springman could be, and I thought they could show an EVO. Of course not. So in the Nintendo Direct, the first thing that comes was they introduced a new character in the game, and no other than, surprisingly, because they've been leaked by the music, it's Simon Belmont from the Castlevania series. So well-known characters, and basically it was Castlevania 1, 2, Super Castlevania, and then after that he's been in multiple Castlevania games. I have one for the PlayStation 1, Castlevania Chronicles, except he has red hair, and then there's Castlevania Judgment, and he has red hair again, and that's kind of weird. I don't know if that's his real color, but I'm guessing the reason why he looks blonde there, it's based on the cover. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. And then not only that, Simon Belmont, he has an Echo Fighter, Richter Belmont. So basically, if you don't know who this guy is, the main character of Dracula X Chronicles, Rondo Blood, the first game ever in the PC. If you really like his current game, 2, Symphony of the Night, the Metroidvania game, pretty good, recommended. And for the PSP, the Dracula Chronicles X, which is a 3D version of Rondo Blood. Again, good game, very hard, but it's a good game. Again, recommended. And so what do you think about these two fighters? All I can say is they're pretty good. They are, like, it kind of represent basically Castlevania. Cross, the Holy Cross, Holy Water, Axe, Vampire Killer, and then of course, it looks like their special up is Vampire Killer Uppercut, which is basically Richter in Symphony of the Night. He does that move. So, and it's all interesting also is their fighting stand is basically based on, the video game. It's funny. But yeah, but the saying is apparently, according to Sakurai, that I think Simon Belmont is slow. That's the reason why he uses his whip as his normal attacks. At the same time, Richter, if it's an Echo Fighter, is a little bit faster from what I heard. But of course, you gotta keep in mind both of them have the same move because Echo Fighter, I'm gonna say it again, that Echo Fighters are to some extent clone fighters based on the original, except for different attribute. However, for one person, and I'm gonna mention that later. So of course, the next new character they introduced, I'm just going to put it up. It was revealed in the end, but I'm just going to put it here, is King K. Rool. So another fan favorite, people wanted. Finally, Sakurai answered, King K. Rool. He has all his signature from the Donkey Kong Country series, the gun from Donkey Kong Country 2, the Crown Boomerang from Donkey Kong Country, his Final Smash based on Donkey Kong Country 64. Yes, this is way old because King K. Rool, basically his biggest prime debut, let's just say that, were the Donkey Kong Country game and Donkey Kong 64. After a while, he basically just disappeared. And of course, if you notice in Donkey Kong Country Return, it was some Tiki Drum was the bad guy, and then Tropical Freeze, basically Vikings. So again, like I said, it's a little bit different, but now he's back and he looks awesome, pretty awesome there. So of course, there's also 2 new Echo fighters. So one of them is Dark Samus. Again, no brainer. A lot of people said they wanted Dark Samus. It just makes sense. Samus, Dark Samus. So Dark Samus used to be an Echo Fighter for the Wii U and 3DS. Or not an Echo Fighter. Assist Trophy, excuse me. It's an Echo Fighter. Different design in the attack, like the missile. But overall, Dark Samus looks like plays as Samus. Now, the other one is something that is sort of interesting. Chrome. So another one that people because complain, oh, Chrome is not on the Wii U version, Wii U 3DS. Oh, he's only the Super. And I thought that's all he is. It's going to be the Super with Robin, but it's now an Echo Fighter. So again, Echo Fighter. They're not like they don't have the original move. However, this guy is sort of interesting, and the reason is he is an Echo Fighter for Roy. However, he has some move from Ike, so it's like a mixture of Roy and Ike. So that's something different that I'm like, wow, that's interesting. So apparently he has a tier slash from Ike's move, the special up, but at the same time he has Dancing Blade that Roy does. And the interesting part is it seems that he has his own version of the finale smash, the final smash. It's not Roy's a 360 version critical hit. It's not Ike's, like you're hitting the sword and just hitting him up in the air. He has his own version of A-tier hit, I think that they call it, A-tier smash. It's like it goes forward and then boom, if it hits, boom, you fly off. So it's kind of weird there. So I'm guessing that Echo Fighter could be that it's not so much of exactly the same as the person, but variant move to new characters. So again, interesting there. King K. Rool, original character, Simon Belmont, and then 3 new Echo Fighter. So and they said there's rumors there's going to be more. So Springman probably part of it, and of course there are other ones that's going to come. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm interested how many characters that Sakurai is going to put in this game because, my God, they're now in like they're 70. They're in 70. Okay, so moving from that one is they also mentioned the stages. So thank goodness they brought most of the stages. They brought most of the one I wanted. Super Mario Brothers from the N64 game. Mario Brothers, they brought that back. I love that stage from Brawl. And there's some other ones I can't remember because here's the thing. As of right now, according to Sakurai, there are going to be 100 stage. And then, of course, there's Final Destination, Battlefield, and Big Battlefield. So as of right now, it's 103. But they have said that it's going to be 100 stages. So, like, minus the original stage. And that's including also the new one. So some stages I know not going to return. I kind of figured out. Miiverse, there's no point to that one. It's Battlefield with Miiverse. So again, I don't know what I can think of, but I know some stages like from Melee, the Mario Brothers 8-bit stage is not there, but they have the one from Super Mario World. I can't think of others, but I mean, there's 100 stages. There's a lot of stages, so I can't complain. that one. And they finally showed New Donk City stage, pretty awesome. I guess it's the same as Delfino Plaza or Skyward, the Skyward Sword. Skyward, I think is what they call it. Skyfort? I can't remember. That was a long time ago. It's like basically you keep moving around. There's a moving platform, and then they land you in different section of the place. I like that. That's interesting. And then, of course, Dracula's Castle, based on, well, it looks like the one based on Symphony Night. A lot of stage bosses coming in. Frankenstein, Werewolf, Mummy, Grim Reaper, Dracula himself. And apparently, thanks to Game Explained, they basically got it from someone. Rumor, it could be Kid Dracula. So what does that mean? Kid Dracula is in the game? That's interesting. And then, of course, all stages can be Omega mode. All stages going to be Battlefield. And all stages will support, for the first time ever, 8 players. All of them are 8 players. And the best part here, I guess, for some people, all stages are unlocked from the get-go. So in the past, you have to unlock stages. Not this. I mean, I can understand. No need. I mean, the only way to unlock them, probably, if they're going to do future unlock, is probably DLC. That's it. So, speaking of stages, stage morph. So, they basically mentioned stage morph. Oh my gosh. It's PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale. Maybe more interesting. If you don't know PlayStation Battle Royale All-Star or All-Star Battle Royale, the gimmick there was the guy who directed it is called Mix IP, which is basically a stage, and then it goes mixed with another IP. It was a gimmick. It was interesting, 2 IP in a stage. But again, the game itself was just eh. So what they did this one here is not so much of a mixed IP. Is that you're going to be playing a stage with all this hazard, and then a certain time will pass by, it changes to another stage, so a different hazard, and then vice versa, because you only get to choose 2 at a time. Awesome. That's probably going to be my default if I ever play it. That will be my default one, is the stage morph mode stages, because that's so awesome. First, you're playing like in a plaza, and suddenly, time's up. Now you're in New Donk City Hall. Like, oh man, that's awesome there. So other thing that Sakurai mentioned was, of course, more new assist trophy, Pokemon, and item. Boy, they're awesome. So for item, I think that's worth mentioning is there's Bomber from Kirby. Interesting. Basically, the more damage you have while you're holding an item, the stronger it gets when it gets damaged. Dead Side apparently does a lot of damage when you swing around, and it's so funny that Ness is holding it, so now there's no memes about it. Rage Blaster, interesting. Banana Gun, I guess. I don't know where it's from Donkey Kong, but it's just funny. Banana Gun. So yeah, a lot of items. So of course, assist trophy, some awesome trophy announced. Zero, basically some trophy. Knuckles, of course. Crystal, the show. And the 2 shocker one that I can't believe they put him in is one is from Monster Hunter, the Rathalos. Oh my gosh, I guess it's popular. I'm not a Monster Hunter fan, but oh my god, they put that guy. Not only is a stage boss from a stage, kind of redundant there, but he's like a boss in a stage. He's also an assist trophy. Freaking awesome. But the one is big shock that everyone's also talking about as an assist trophy, and that is Shovel Knight. And if you don't know why, Shovel Knight is an American IP. Like, it's an actual American IP. You might say King K. Rool or DDD, but they're based on a Japanese IP. So, yeah, it was just developed in America, but it's still based on a Japanese one. Shovel Knight was actually made in America, and he's an assist trophy. So I'm like, oh my god, that's like insane. Shovel Knight as an assist trophy, so that's awesome. So I'm surprised, like, what other trophy they're gonna show? Oh my gosh, and of course they show Pokemon, a lot of Alolan Pokemon, and that kind of makes sense. They have the Executor, the Alolan version. Of course they already showed the legendary one, Solgaya and Lunala. And then of course they showed Ditto, not Diddy, but Ditto. The tip that I mentioned this a long time ago, that in Melee you can play as Ditto, but it's like a random character type select. Now Ditto is actually Pokemon that turns into a random Smash character. Interesting. Still, I wanna see, like, just, Sakurai do a Ditto character, and this Ditto should be like Mukujin. That'll be interesting there. So yeah, I mean, new Pokemon, new assist trophy, new item, and then other thing they mentioned was new mode. Yeah, they bring back classic mode. It's the usual thing, so nothing to mention about. Stamina battle now is basically, instead of a special rule, now it's a battle of its own. And then they had, like I said, a lot of new mode. The team battle strike mode, they call it squad strike. Tournament mode, of course, that's bringing back. It was for a while like a download update for the Wii U. And then of course they have Smashdown, which is an interesting mode, which is you pick a character and then the next round you pick another character. But what it is that the character that loses, you can't pick them again in the next round. So again, he's spicing things up, variety there. But the biggest thing here, and I guess he was also listening to the competitors, the MGC or the Smash community, I'm not part of it, don't care, is training mode. They basically have The training mode is basically, I think I'm going to assume it's from snipper clips because of the matte grid. But the point is, it's a grid, and if you don't know why training mode in a lot of stages is a grid, it's to use a reference to study how far the character, to understand the character's distance. Gotta give props to Gutex and Microsoft, that's where I learned it from. So anyway, that they did it with a training mode, so I guess Sakurai's listening to the competitors. So again, they're putting a lot of stuff, and then there's even more that they didn't really mention. And the last thing I want to mention here is the content of the music. 900 music, at least, no less than 900 in this game. So my question is, how much gig is this game? Is this a 64 gig game card? Oh my god, 100 stages, 70 characters, 900 music, bunch of mode, and they have not even mentioned the other mode. Or, okay, maybe I take it back. Maybe they're using a 64. Maybe this is one of the first games that uses a 64 game card. But it's probably, I hate to say this, but maybe the data to put it on the either SD card or the console, it's probably going to be big. That's probably it. So maybe even if you buy it physically, there'll be a giant download. I don't know, but still, there's a lot of content. And still, he's still leaving some surprises. There was a blur thing, then someone said it was something about Spirit. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Of course, no mention of the online, because September's going to be the online. There's no online yet, so they don't know what it means. New modes. So, and they said there'll be more characters, perhaps more stages. What Sakurai did in this game, oh my gosh, it's like he has passion to it, to a point that he's hurt. I hate to say it. It looks like he's sort of like stressing him out physically because of the passion he does. And if you notice, like, Go Nintendo Cassie basically did a today's news about Sakurai taking a toll, and Sakurai even tweeted, they said that, don't mind me to some extent, but I'll do my best for the direct. I'm like, oh my gosh, and you can see his eyes was red, like no joke. Like, I'm not making fun, I'm not joking. His eyes like a bit red. It's like, dude, have you have enough sleep? Like, that's how passionate he is. Like, he wants to do this on his own. Like, it's on a perfectionist. I'm like, dude, you gotta sleep, man. That's not healthy, he's been like that. It's a workaholic. Guy's in his 40s. He may not look like a 40-year-old guy, but the guy's in his 40s, and oh, wow, yeah. So, in the end, awesome. That's still half of what they talk about the game. There would probably be another Nintendo Direct. I would be surprised. I'm gonna guess maybe not so much of a Nintendo Direct Smash, but maybe somewhere in October, heck, even November, like just a big Nintendo Direct. But dear me, holy Dennis Christ, this guy's like, wow. It's just insane what he does. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Super Smash Bros. Nintendo Direct post Evo. I think it's awesome. It's crazy what they've been doing. Man, I got respect for Sakurai. And there's also another thing I want to talk about, but I'm probably going to save to another video because it's already getting too long. And that basically is a preview, is that I did a video about a venue port. I'm reevaluating my opinion now, and you'll be surprised. I'm like shocked after what he mentioned about the stages. So with that, thanks for listening.